comment on the report that Bronny potentially entering the transfer portal?
Well, I don't know where it came from, but at the end of the day, Bronny's his own man. He has some tough decisions to make. Yeah. And when he's ready to make those decisions, he'll let us all know. But as his family, we're going to support whatever he does.
You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. And I appreciate you guys for trusting the process. Make sure you like, comment, and also subscribe to the channel. Now let's get to the content. So today in the building, we got Bronny James, the son of the NBA superstar, Lebron James. Now, it's speculation that Bronny James is trying to jump into the transfer portal. But this would be a big mistake for Bronny James. Let's be honest. Bronny James, he hasn't really been hyped up and did what he was supposed to do. Yeah, he had a cardiac arrest, but Bronny James, his averages are at an all-time low. So he averaged 4.8 points, 2.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists, and he shot 36.6% from the field goal. Now, at anybody else, this would be a poor season, especially the first season. But let's hear what Skip Bayless had to say. And I'm surprised at what Skip Bayless had to say.
It was LeBron's firstborn, his son, and he named him LeBron James Jr.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a burden to carry? That's a name to carry, because that's the name to carry. This young man, who is wise and mature way beyond his years, has carried that mantle that he was given from his father the way very few kids could carry that mantle. He has been sensational standing up to that legacy that he was born into. So I start with that. 1 year ago, last night, I could envision your USC Trojans being in this Final Four that's about to start on Saturday. Well, I could see it. It never took off. And Bronny struggled, obviously, so he appeared in 25 games. He averaged 19 minutes a game. He started only 6 of those games, as you know, and we've gone over and over these numbers. But he winds up as a USC Trojan averaging 4.8 points, 2.8 rebounds, and only 2.1 assists. But even worse, he shoots 36.6% from the floor. Well, that's not exactly father-like. And even worse, he shot 26.7% from three. And I'm saying 26.7 because the one thing I thought he could do, starting with the McDonald's game, was he's a pretty good three-point shooter. I thought he'd be a little better three-point shooter than his dad. And then all of a sudden his dad, out of left field, out of the blue, is shooting a career high. And Bronny only shot 67.6% from the free throw line. I'm thinking, what are you doing? Because he can shoot. For whatever reason, it did not work. All right, so I'm going to make a statement that I will never again make and have never made before. Off those numbers, a freshman who averaged, let's just round up, 5, 3, and 2 in 1 year of college basketball, I think he is very ready for the NBA because that's what he was born to do. He is not a great scorer. What he does is he's a basketball player. He knows how to play basketball because he was taught by one of the greatest ever. I don't think he's the greatest, but certainly, if we were going to go top 2 ever, you can have top 2 for the sake of this discussion. And one of the smartest, if not the highest basketball IQ ever was his father teaching Son, and Son got that IQ. Son's not as great a passer as his father was, but he's a good passer. And he is a really good high-level defender, and he's starting to get his man body, and he's grown to, I think he's 6'4". I think he's in that ballpark, 6'3" to 6'4". He's listed at 6'4", and I'm with you, you might do this, but he's 6'3" to 6'4". But I like his stature, I like his will, I like his IQ, and he is the aberration here. He's the 1 in a billion who is more suited to me to play pro basketball, especially alongside his father, than he is college basketball.
I was surprised at what Skip Bayless had to say about Bronny James. Because you know, Skip Bayless, he usually has LeBron James hate. But he was right and he was wrong. I believe the only way Bronny James will make it to the NBA is if he goes this year. Because if he transfers and goes to a different school and he doesn't come out on top as the top dog, and he doesn't average 20 to 25 points per game, I don't believe that Bronny James will ever make it to the NBA. Right now, you have a pathway with your father. So if I was Bronny James, I would go into the NBA, put my number in the hat, and I would, hey, shoot for the stars. Because tomorrow is not promised to anybody, and it's looking like Bronny James, he doesn't have what it takes to go to the next level. So I would use my father influence, and I would get into that NBA and worry about everything else later. But you guys, let me know what you think. And for next time, let me get the hell up out of here with my little channel.